students. Today we are going to start session 2 of chapter number 2, acids, bases and salts of class 10 science. And now we are going to discuss about the assignment questions, answers of assignment questions, which I have given in that session number 1. So this is the first question. What color do the following indicators turn when added to a base or alkali such as sodium hydroxide? The first one is methyl orange, second one is litmus, and the third one is red cabbage extract. So methyl orange will convert into yellow, and the litmus will convert into blue, and the red cabbage extract will be converted into green. So these are the answers. Now the next question: what colors do the following indicators turn when added to an acid such as hydrochloric acid? Example, so litmus and second one is methyl orange. So litmus यहाँ पे red हो जाएगा, और मिथाइल ऑरेंज जो है रेड हो जाएगा वो भी. So name an indicator which is red in acidic solution but turns blue in basic solution. So that is litmus. And the next one is name an indicator which is pink in alkaline solution but turns colorless in acidic solution. So answer is phenolphthalein. Okay, the next question is what is an indicator? Name three common indicators. Name the acid base indicator extracted from lichen, and what color does the turmeric paper turn when put in an alkaline solution? ये सभी हम लोग पिछले सेशन में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. So this is the definition of indicator. Indicator is a dye that changes color when it is put in an acid or a base. With the help of indicator we will identify that whether it is an acid or a base. The three most common indicators are litmus, methyl orange, and phenolphthalein. And the acid base indicator extracted from lichen is litmus, and turmeric will change to red color in alkaline solution. The next question was what are organic acids एंड मिनरल एसिड्स. ऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स जो है जो प्लांट्स और एनिमल से मिलते हैं, जो नेचुरली मिलते हैं, और मिनरल एसिड्स जो मिनरल से फॉर्म किया जाता है. सो विल सी टू एग्जांपल्स. ओके, ऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स सिट्रिक एसिड और लैक्टिक एसिड्स. मिनरल एसिड्स में हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड्स और सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड्स. एंड द यूजेस, first use is sulfuric acids is used in the manufacture of fertilizers, paints, dyes, detergents, etc., while nitric acid is used for making fertilizers, explosives, dyes and plastics, and hydrochloric acids is used for removing oxide film from steel objects and textiles, okay, and leather industries also. So these are the answers of assignment questions. Now today we are going to start the next topic, that is bases. Okay, so the solution of substance like caustic soda, लाइम को हम लोग चूना बोलते हैं हिंदी में, एंड द वॉशिंग सोडा आर बिटर इन टेस्ट. बिटर मीन्स कड़वा, एंड इट इज सोपी इन टच ऑल्सो. सोपी इन टच मीन्स slippery in touch. They are called bases. Okay, and bases are those chemical substance which have a bitter taste. So what you have to keep in your mind that all the bases, one more point we have studied when we in the first session, that bases changes the color of red litmus to blue. That is the second point. Okay, now bases are the chemical opposites of acids, and we have studied in acids that chemical properties that when bases are added to acids they neutralized or cancel the effect of acids. So we can also define base in this way also. A base is a chemical substance which can neutralize an acid. Okay, right? So when all metal oxides and metal hydroxides are bases. So metal oxides means sodium oxide हो गया, और सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड हो गया मेटल हाइड्रोक्साइड्स में. ओके, सो दीज आर बेसिस. सिमिलरली कैल्शियम से कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड हो गया, जिसको लाइम भी बोलते हैं, और कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड हो गया जिसको सिलिकेट लाइम बोलते हैं, राइट, उसको वो बेसिस है। और एक तो अमोनियम अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड है, वो भी एक बेस है, लेकिन it is also a base but not a metal hydroxide. Okay, and now let us move towards another topic, water soluble bases. सारे बेसिस जो है वो वाटर में soluble नहीं होते हैं, और हम लोग इस चैप्टर में वही बेसिस जो पढ़ने जा रहे हैं जो soluble है, और उसको alkalis बोलते हैं. ओके, so next topic is water soluble bases, alkalis. So a base which is soluble in water is called an alkali. Some of the common water soluble bases, that is alkalis, are sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, and magnesium hydroxide. The soluble bases are much more useful than insoluble bases. Okay, because most of the chemical reaction take place only in aqueous solution or water solution. Okay, so in this chapter we will study only the water soluble bases. So when we talk about base in this chapter, you have to understand that it belongs to alkalis only. Okay, right? So now we will move towards the next section, that is property of bases. ओके, सो प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ बेसिस में सबसे पहला जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो ऑलरेडी हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. क्या था कि बेसिस हैव बिटर टेस्ट. ओके, सेकंड वन स्लिपरी टू टच, सोपी टू टच, that is the second property, and the third property is that it turns red litmus to uh, blue. Okay, and fourth one is that the base conduct electricity in solution also, so they are electrolyte. So these are the four physical properties, and this one, the last one, the base conduct electricity in solution, they are electrolytes. Okay, so actually when a base is dissolved in water, it splits up into ions. Due to the presence of ions, the solution or of bases will conduct electricity. Okay, right? So now these are the four very important physical properties of bases. Now we'll move towards the chemical properties of uh, bases. Okay, so first one is when base react with some metals, not all, it will form hydrogen gas. Okay, so that is metal plus bases gives a salt plus hydrogen gas. So we'll take one example. When sodium hydroxide solution is heated, uh, sodium hydroxide solution is heated with zinc. So then sodium zincate and hydrogen gas are formed. Sodium zincate is a salt. Okay, and you have to note that in this salt, it is a salt formed by the reaction of base with the metals. Okay, and the metal which is present as a part of the negative ion or anion. ठीक है, so positive वाले ion जो है वो react नहीं करेंगे यहाँ पर. So for example, in the sodium zincate salt formed by the reaction between sodium hydroxide and zinc metal, the zinc metal is present as a negative ion, and zincate ion जो ZnO2 2 minus होता है, that is as a uh, that is 2 minus. Okay, it is very important to note that all the metals do not react with bases to form salts and hydrogen gas. तो जो नेगेटिव आयन जो रहते हैं, दैट इज आयन, वही उसके साथ में रिएक्ट करते हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट केमिकल प्रॉपर्टी. नाउ विल मूव टुवर्ड द सेकंड केमिकल प्रॉपर्टी, दैट इज when base reacts with an acid, that we have already studied. Okay, so क्या मिलता है, salt और water. So you have to keep in your mind that when acid reacts with base, we'll get salt and water. Okay, so we'll take one example. सेशन वन में ऑलरेडी हम लोग पढ़ चुके हैं जब केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एसिड्स पढ़ रहे थे. सो व्हेन सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड रिएक्ट्स विद सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड यहाँ पे बेस है, ओके, ये यहाँ पे सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड जो है बेस है और सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड जो है वो एसिड है. सो आफ्टर देयर रिएक्शन विल गेट सोडियम सल्फेट, दैट इज सॉल्ट, और हम लोग को इसमें वाटर भी मिलेगा, राइट. नाउ द effect of this acid is neutralized in this reaction. That is why it is also known as neutralization reaction. Okay, so now we'll move towards the next chemical property, that when bases reacts with non-metal oxide. ठीक है, so यहाँ पर भी जब non-metal oxide जो है bases के साथ में जब react करेगा, so we'll get salt and water. Okay, so we'll see one example. We'll take an example of calcium hydroxide. So calcium hydroxide is a base. Okay, here calcium hydroxide is a base and carbon dioxide is a non-metal oxide, and when these two are react, we'll get salt. ठीक है, salt plus water, this is water. So the reaction of non-metal oxides with base to form salt and water shows that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay, so these are the uh, properties of bases. Now let us move towards one another very important property, that what do all bases have in common. सो ये हम लोग एसिड्स में भी देखे थे. एसिड्स में क्या कॉमन था कि सारे जो हाइड्रोक्साइड हाइड्रोजन आयंस फॉर्म करते हैं. तो यहाँ पर भी एक कॉमन प्रॉपर्टी है, यहाँ पे सारे जो बेसेस जो है वो हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन फॉर्म करेंगे. ठीक है, सो व्हेन ए बेस इज डिसॉल्व्ड इन वाटर इट प्रोड्यूसेस हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस OH माइनस. Okay, so how will you define the base on the basis of hydroxide ion? A base is a substance which dissolve in water to produce hydroxide ions, OH minus ions in solution. Okay, so यहाँ पे ये है हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस. तो यहाँ पे हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस यहाँ पे किसी किसी बेसिस में ज्यादा फॉर्म करता है, प्रोड्यूस करता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द वेदर इट इज कंप्लीटली आयोनाइज्ड और पार्शियली आयोनाइज्ड. तो उसका भी हम लोग टाइप्स देखेंगे जैसे हम लोग एसिड्स में देखे थे, राइट. एंड फॉर एग्जांपल सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड इज अ बेस बिकॉज इट डिसॉल्व्स इन वाटर टू प्रोड्यूस हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस along with सोडियम आयंस. ओके, तो इसका एक वो हम लोग इक्वेशन देख लेते हैं. यहाँ पे ये जो सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बेस है और यहाँ पे हम लोग को पॉजिटिव आयन मिल रहा है सोडियम का. ओके, सोडियम के आयन के साथ में व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग, द हाइड्रोजन आयंस. ओके, राइट. नाउ अ कॉमन प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ ऑल द बेसेस or alkalis is that they produce hydroxide ions when dissolved in water. So this is the property. Okay, is that clear? It will all bases are produce hydroxide ions when they dissolved in water. Thus the basic behavior of that base the solution is due to the presence of hydroxide ions, that is OH minus ions in it. Now depending on this I told you that कि कुछ बेसिस ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस करता है और कुछ कम करता है. तो उसके बेसिस पे there are two types of bases. One is strong bases. Okay, how will you define the strong bases is that it is completely ionized. This is the first point, and it produces large amount of hydrogen ions. Okay, so this is the 2 points, key points you have to remember. A base which is completely ionized in water and thus produces a large number of hydroxide ions is called a strong base. For example, sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Why? Because it produces a large number of hydroxide ion when it is dissolved in water. Okay, it is completely ionized also. So second type is weak bases. So weak bases, it will be partially ionized and a small amount of water of hydroxide ions will produce. Okay, so वहां पर भी हम लोग देखे थे कि कहाँ पे एसिड्स में लार्ज नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आयंस फॉर्म करता है, उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस बोलते हैं, और कंप्लीटली आयनाइज्ड होता है वाटर में, और पार्शियली आयनाइज्ड होता है, और स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आयन जो प्रोड्यूस होता है वो वीक acids there. So here also in the similar way we have two types of bases. Okay, now we are moving towards the next section, that uses of bases. Okay, so this is the first use. Sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of soap, paper, and a synthetic fiber called rayon. The second one is very important. Calcium hydroxide, which is also known as slaked lime, is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder. And the third one, magnesium hydroxide, used as an antacid to neutralize the excess acids in the stomach and cure indigestion. We will see in the coming sections. And sodium carbonate is used as washing soda and for softening hard water. And the last one is sodium hydrogen carbonate is used as baking soda in cooking food, for making baking powders as an antacid to cure indigestion, and in soda acid fire extinguishers. Okay, so these are the five uses of bases. Now we are moving towards another very important section, that is strength of acid and base solutions. So उसको हम लोग measure करते हैं pH से, pH scale से. Okay, so water is slightly ionized into uh, hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions, H plus or OH minus. Okay, and in pure water the concentration of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions are both are equal. So due to this, the pure water is neither acidic nor basic. It is, we will say it is a neutral. Okay, is that clear? Now next, what about acids? Acids produced hydrogen ions in water. So when an acid is added in water, then the concentration of hydrogen ions in water increases, क्योंकि वाटर में ऑलरेडी हाइड्रोजन आयंस रहते हैं, और जब एसिड हम लोग मिलाते हैं तो वो भी हाइड्रोजन आयंस फॉर्म करता है, तो ड्यू टू दैट द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आयंस विल बी increased. Okay, and so this is the point. The solution of acids as formed will have more of hydrogen ions and less of hydroxide ions. अभी वाटर में दोनों इक्वल थे, एसिड्स के मिलाने की वजह से क्या हुआ, हाइड्रोजन आयंस फॉर्म हुआ, जिसके वजह से हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस उतना ही रहा जितना था पहले, कम था, एंड हाइड्रोजन आयंस विल बी increases. Okay, and it will be acidic in nature. Is that clear? Okay, now the what about bases? Bases produces hydroxide ions in water. तो पहले हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस और हाइड्रोजन आयंस बराबर थे, अब जब बेसिस प्रोड्यूस करेगा हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस को, so that definitely the concentration of hydroxide ions in that solution will be increased. Okay, right, and the solution formed by dissolving a base in water will have more of hydroxide ions and less of hydrogen ions, and it will be basic in nature, right? And in 1909, Sorensen devised a scale known as pH scale, on which the strength of acid solutions as well as basic solutions could be represented by making the use of hydrogen concentration in them. अगर हाइड्रोजन कंसंट्रेशन कम है, बहुत कम है, तो वो बेस होगा, जिसमें ज्यादा है वो एसिड होगा. ओके, एंड Sorensen linked the hydrogen ion concentration of acid and base solutions to the simple numbers, that is 0 to 14 on his pH scale. So the pH of solution is inversely proportional to the concentration of hydrogen atoms. हाइड्रोजन आइटम्स अगर ज्यादा होगा, आयंस ज्यादा होगा, तो pH कम होगा. इनवर्सली मींस अगर pH ज्यादा है तो हाइड्रोजन आयंस उसमें कम होंगे. Okay, so the strength of an acid or base is measured on a scale of numbers called the pH scale. This is the definition of pH scale, and the value of pH scale is varied from 0 to 14, और ये कांस्टेंट होता है, इसका कोई यूनिट नहीं होता है. ओके, एंड नाउ वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द रूल्स फॉर pH. That is very very important, because pH is a pure number and it has no units, and we'll see the rules. This we have already discussed. The pH of a solution is inversely proportional to the concentration of hydrogen ions. Now let us move towards the rules for pH scale. The first rule is neutral substance have a pH of exactly 7. जैसे प्योर वाटर अभी बोले थे इट इज ए न्यूट्रल, सो उसका जो pH वैल्यू जो होगा वो 7 होगा. So pH value of pure water is 7. The second rule is that acids have pH of less than 7. So इस 7 हम लोग का मार्जिन है. 7 से कम हुआ तो एसिड होगा, 7 से ज्यादा होगा तो बेस होगा. So whenever a solution has a pH of less than 7, it will be an acidic solution, right? And now the rule is that more acidic a solution is, the lower will be its pH. Now just now we discussed that pH is inversely proportional to the concentration of hydrogen ions. So pH अगर कम होगा तो concentration of hydrogen ions ज़्यादा होगा तो वो strong acid होगा, right? And lower the pH, stronger the acid. That is what we discussed right now. Now let us move towards bases which have more than 7, pH value more than 7. So whenever a solution has a pH of more than 7, it will be a basic solution or alkaline solution, right? And इसमें भी यही रूल है, अगर pH ज्यादा होगा तो क्या होगा, pH का वैल्यू अगर ज्यादा होगा तो बेसिक भी ज्यादा होगा, राइट? हायर द pH स्ट्रॉन्गर द बेस, क्योंकि उसमें हाइड्रोजन आयंस बहुत कम हो जाएंगे और हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस ज्यादा हो जाएगा. So base जो है वो stronger हो जाएगा. Okay, so now we will move towards the next section that the common pH scale have pH value from 0 to 12 that we have already seen. Now we are going to learn with the help of a very important diagram. So this is the diagram. बीच में neutral है 7, लेफ्ट साइड में जो है pH वैल्यू है 7 से लेस देन अप टू 0. वो सारे एसिड्स के लिए राइट साइड में जो वैल्यूज है वो 7 से जो बड़े हैं ज्यादा है अप टू 14. दीज आर द pH वैल्यूज फॉर द बेस. नाउ सी द सेक्शन आर डिवाइडेड इनटू the two sections are divided in each acids and base. pH वैल्यू बहुत कम हो गया, स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड हो गया, इट इज नियरली 3.5 से जो कम हो रहे हैं, और 3.5 से 7 तक के जो है वो वीक एसिड हो गए. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे 7 से 10.5 तक के वीक बेस हैं और 10.5 से ज्यादा जो अप टू 14 तक है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग है. ठीक है, तो ये तो था इन टर्म्स ऑफ द पीएच वैल्यू. अगर कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ H प्लस और OH माइनस की बात करें तो ये है. सो लेफ्ट साइड में जैसे जैसा एरो मार्क बढ़ रहा है, सो H प्लस का कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ रहा है और OH माइनस का कंसंट्रेशन कम हो रहा है. राइट साइड में OH का कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ रहा है जैसे जैसे बढ़ता जाएगा, और द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आयंस विल बी डिक्रीजिंग when it moves towards right. Okay, so this is the pictorial representation of the values of pH scale for acids. And now let us move towards one very important topic, that is universal indicator. Now what is universal indicator? It shows different colors at different concentration of hydrogen ions in a solution. Okay, so actually it is a mixture of many different indicators which gives different colors at different pH values of the entire pH scale. So pH of a neutral solution is 7, that we have already studied, and value less than 7 that represent acidic solution. As the pH value increases from 7 to 14, it represents an increase in OH minus ions. The concentration in the solution, that also we have already discussed, that is the increase in the strength of alkali whenever it is moving towards 7 to 14. Okay, 7 to 14 में जब वो मूव करेगा तो उसका जो OH का कंसंट्रेशन है ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा, तो उसका स्ट्रेंथ भी बढ़ता रहेगा. And generally paper impregnated with the universal indicator is used for measuring pH, and one such paper is shown in the below. So see this one, यहाँ पे if you see carefully, this yellow, the dark blue part is there. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पे जैसा जैसा ये हम लोग जैसा जैसा हम लोग लेफ्ट की तरफ में मुड़ रहे हैं, सो कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ H प्लस जो है, जो डार्क ब्लू से डिनोट कर रहा है, ओके, वो बढ़ रहा है। और सिमिलरली लेफ्ट साइड राइट साइड में जब हम लोग राइट साइड जैसे जैसा हम लोग एरो मार्क की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं, 14 की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं, सो ये जो H प्लस जो है वो बढ़ते जा रहा है, दैट मीन्स बेस स्ट्रांग हो रहा है। सो this is the variation of pH with the change in concentration of H plus and OH minus. Okay, so now let me see one indicator. The color produced by the universal indicator paper at various pH values, it is shown in this chart, right? So this is an example of that color paper. Now let us move towards one very important topic, that is importance of pH in everyday life. This is very very important and you should know about that also. The pH plays an important role in many activities of our everyday life. So first is pH in our digestive system, number one. So our stomach produces, actually our stomach produces hydrochloric acids, okay, and the value of that pH is about 1.4. And when this dilute hydrochloric acid, this actually this hydrochloric acids will help in digesting our food without harming the stomach. And sometimes what will happen, कभी पार्टी में गए बहुत ज़्यादा खा लिए तो उससे क्या होगा, this acid will produce in excess. Due to that you will feel pain, stomach ache, okay. And why? Because of overeating. So excess acid in the stomach cause indigestion, which produces a pain and irritation. So हम लोग क्या करते हैं, उसको कम करने के लिए, अब एसिड को न्यूट्रलाइज करना तो हम लोग को क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा, बेस यूज करना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो बेस हम लोग यहाँ पे यूज करेंगे, उसको बोलेंगे एंटासिड्स. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट वन. आवर स्टमक produces hydrochloric acid, that is for pH about 1.4. This dilute hydrochloric acid helps in digesting our food without harming the stomach. Sometimes excess of acid is produced in the stomach due to various reasons, one being overeating also, oily food also. The excess acid in the stomach causes indigestion, which produces pain and irritation. Just now I told you. Now to get rid of this pain, people use bases called antacids. So वो antacids क्या करेगा? It will neutralize the excess acid. Okay. So usually we'll use magnesium hydroxide. इसको milk of magnesia भी बोलते हैं. It is a mild base which is often used for this purpose. Now the next one is pH change as the cause of tooth decay. So actually when we eat food which contain sugar, then the bacteria present in our mouth break down the sugar to form acids, okay, such as lactic acids. This acid which is found in the mouth after sugary food has been eaten, uh, this acid lowers the pH value in the mouth, making it acidic, और acidic बढ़ा देता है, right? So due to that, tooth decay starts when the pH of acid forming in the mouth falls below 5.5. So एक ऐसा स्टेज आ जाता है जहाँ पे 5.5 से कम हो जाता है, तब वो टूथ डिके फिर स्टार्ट हो जाता है. Okay, so this is because then the acid becomes strong enough to attack the enamel of our teeth and उसको क्या करेगा, फिर वो नष्ट करता रहेगा, corrode करेगा, right? So this sets in tooth decay. Though tooth enamel is made of calcium phosphate, which is the hardest material in our body, but it starts getting corroded when the pH in the mouth is lower than 5.5. Okay, so that is why we used to say that ki whenever we eat something, so definitely we should brush our teeth, क्योंकि जितने भी टूथपेस्ट होते हैं उसमें बेसिस होते हैं. It contains bases to neutralize the mouth acids. Okay, so now we'll move towards the next section. Next, the third one is pH. Plants and animals are sensitive to pH changes. The plants and animals are sensitive to pH changes in their environment. In fact, the growth of plant and survival of animals depends to a large extent on the availability of proper pH conditions which suit them. So जैसे हम लोग बात करते हैं प्लांट की सबसे पहले. सो सॉइल का जो पीएच वैल्यू रहता है वो करीब करीब 7 तक रहता है. अगर वो ज़्यादा एसिडिक हो गया या ज़्यादा बेसिक हो गया तो उसका जो पीएच वैल्यू डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगा. ज़्यादा एसिडिक हो गया तो लेस देन 7 हो जाएगा, बहुत कम हो जाएगा. और ज़्यादा बेस हो गया तो मोर देन 7 अप टू इट विल गो अप टू 10-12. सो उससे क्या होगा, द सॉइल इज अफेक्टेड बाय the soil may be acidic or basic naturally, then the soil pH is also affected. हम लोग उसको क्या करना है कि 7, अगर 7 से बहुत कम हो गया, ज़्यादा हो गया तो what will happen, the plant grows badly and it will do not grow at all. So we have to control the pH value of the soil. So वो कैसे करेंगे, या तो केमिकल यूज करेंगे. मान लो अगर सॉइल का pH वैल्यू 4 हो गया and that of the basic soil can go up to 8.3. So we will add chemicals to adjust the pH value of the soil so that it is suitable for growing plants such as crops. Okay, so this is the condition for plants. Now let us move towards survival of animals. The pH plays an important role in the survival of animals, including human beings. Our body works well within a narrow pH range of 7.0 to 7.8. If due to some reason this pH range get disturbed in the body of a person, then many ailments can occur. So what is the range? What is the range of pH? pH का जो range है वो हम लोग का 7.0 से 7.8 तक है. Okay, so actually हम लोग I will give one example that the aquatic animals can survive in lake or river water within a water is about 5.6 pH. Okay, so अगर मान लो जब एसिड रेन होता है तो एसिड नहीं, एक मिनट, एक्वाटिक प्लांट के लिए इतना रेंज चाहिए, लेकिन कभी कभी क्या होता है कि लेक में बिकॉज ऑफ एसिड रेन उसका जो pH वैल्यू जो है कम हो जाता है अप टू 5.6 आल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ एसिड रेन. सो अगर ज़्यादा एसिड रेन हुआ तो और कम हो जाएगा. सो जिसके वजह से क्या होता है कि जो pH जो एक्वाटिक जो एनिमल्स होते हैं वो सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाते हैं, राइट. सो द हाई एसिडिटी of lake water or river water can even kill all the aquatic animals. Okay, so like fish and other animals. So we will use calcium carbonate. If we add calcium carbonate to that acidic lake, then water it will neutralize the acidity of that acidic nature of the lake. Okay, which prevents the fish in the lake from being killed. So this is the part. Now we will move towards the last section, that is self defense by animals. Okay, so अभी मधुमक्खी को जाके हम लोग अगर थोड़ा बहुत छेड़ेंगे, डिस्टर्ब करेंगे, so what they will do, क्या करेंगे वो आपको काट देंगे. So many animals and plants protect themselves from their enemies by injecting painful and irritating acids and bases into their skin. Okay, so honey bee का example ले रहा था मैं. When it stings a person, it injects an acidic liquid into the skin, which causes immense pain and irritation because of that acid. So इसलिए whenever the bee stings a person, then instead of rubbing we have to, if we use some base like baking soda, so it may neutralize some extent of that acids which is injected by the honeybee. Okay, now the second one is ant. चींटी के काटने से भी बहुत दर्द होता है. So actually it sting, when ant stings it injects methanoic acids into the skin of a person, which also causes burning. So being acidic, and ant sting can be neutralized again by rubbing a mild base like baking soda on the affected area of the skin. Okay, so ये तो था animals का. Now what about plants? Plants का भी है. Plants are no better than animals. Some plants also give painful stings. For example, one plant is the nettle. It is a wild hibiscus plant found in the forest. The nettle leaves have stinging air. So when a person happens to touch that leaves of a nettle plant accidentally, कोई जानबूझ के तो छुएगा नहीं, accidentally अगर उसको touch कर गया तो क्या होगा? Stinging hair of nettle leaves injects methanoic acids again. So उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? फिर से burning होगा. Okay, so this is the last example of the self defense by animals and plants, and now we have completed the basis section. Now let us move towards the last section of our today's session, that is assigned questions. So total 10 questions hai, and you have to attempt all these assignment questions. We will discuss the solution of this assignment questions in the next session. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you very much.